Welcome to the Freely Rooted Mama podcast. Where I am their mother, I make the choice. All right, welcome back. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are having an amazing week. Cannot believe that we are into August. Not sure where the summer is going. But that being said, today's episode actually came from an email I received from a woman who had a bunch of questions. And one of them was she wanted me to do an episode on what to pack, what should be in like your hospital bag. That's typically what it's called. Now, of course, not everybody's going to give birth in a hospital. So you could call it your birth center bag, or I always like the term your go bag. So that's what I'm going to talk about today is what should you have in your go bag when you're having a baby. And this is really going to depend on where you decide to have your baby. And I'll give both my examples, but what you bring if you're going to give birth in a hospital might be different than what you're going to bring if you're going to give birth in a birth center versus if you're going to give birth in your home. I know there's women out there that do a lot of like free births where maybe they give birth outside or in the woods, or I know that sounds like totally out there, but really where you decide to give birth should be where you feel the most at peace and the safest and the calmest. And for some, that's going to be a hospital, and others, it's going to be outside in the woods. So your go bag will kind of differ depending on where it is that you are giving birth. So just keep that in mind as well. Now for us, when we had Isaac at a birth center, which was about 5 miles from our house. So still pretty close in case we needed something, forgot something, but also we had a bag ready to go. Now, that being said, I will say that we didn't end up using anything out of our bag because if you've listened to the birth of Isaac came very fast. Basically, all of our car doors were left open, getting me into the birth center to give birth. So here's the little and I say that because here's the little disclaimer is really all you really, really, really need is you. So if you forget something, or if you're like stressed out and panicking about putting it together, like know that really all you need is you. But of course, we love to bring things that make us feel comfortable and prepared and all that kind of stuff. So that being said, for the birth center, what was in our go bag that we actually didn't ever open was we packed an iPad that had playlists on it. So I built playlists on Spotify. I have 2 actually still on there. It's Birthing Soft and Birthing Beats. So one was more to like get me pumped up and the other one was like more calming. So we brought an iPad, we brought headphones, and we brought like a Bluetooth speaker, depending if I wanted to just listen myself or if we wanted it in the room. We packed a diffuser and essential oils. I believe I packed peppermint and sage clary. So we had both of those. We packed, I just laugh so much when I read this. We packed like cards. Justin and I love playing cribbage. So I believe we packed a cribbage board. We packed cards. I think we packed one other thing in terms of games. But for the life of me, I wouldn't be able to remember now because I was thinking, what if I have like a 14-hour labor? Like we should have something to do. That was also why we brought the iPad, was so that I could watch episodes of The Office if, we needed to. We packed my favorite pillow. I'm a big, I love my pillow. I bring it everywhere I travel. So for you, that might be your pillow, might be a blanket, something like that. Something that's comforting, that's going to make and help you relax. So brought a pillow, brought an extra set of clothes for each of us. So we knew that we were going to have a water birth. So not only did Justin pack like board shorts for the water birth, but we each packed a change of clothes just in case we were going to be there overnight. And you just want like a fresh pair of comfy clothes to put on. So bring like your favorite t-shirt and sweatpants and an extra set of underwear and maybe a comfy bra or no bra, doesn't really matter, to put on after you're done giving birth. And then if you're going to give birth in a tub, this will just depend on your comfort level. So you might want to bring like a swimsuit top or sports bra top, or hey, you can go bare naked too, that works. But just to keep in mind if you're going to do a water birth. And then we packed a onesie for Isaac, as well as, actually, I think we had his whole diaper bag ready to go. So I think we brought the diaper bag, which had diapers and wipes and all that good stuff. And then we brought his onesie. I will say, I didn't know this giving birth to Isaac, but there is a difference between clothing that's 0 to 3 and newborn, just in case you didn't know. Maybe I'm the silly one that didn't realize this. But with Isaac, we brought a 0 to 3 onesie, and it was so big for him. And then I realized, oh my gosh, they make clothes specific for newborns. So just keep that in mind. We get a lot of clothing and probably a lot of 0 to 3 clothing at baby showers and things like that. But you might want to go out and just grab like a newborn onesie so you have something that fits a little bit better, which is what we did for Isla. And then we packed like our toothbrush and toothpaste, and I packed a hairbrush and just some of my things that I like, my face wash, just in case we were going to be there overnight, a moisturizer. I packed all that. And then we packed lots of food. And poor Justin, because we had, if you listen to the birth story of Isaac, we had a couple false starts. So Justin I was really craving turkey sandwiches around that. So he had turkey sandwiches. We had sliced fruit, some sliced vegetables. We packed LMNT packets for electrolytes. I packed some Organifi red juice. We had a couple other supplements. We had that all in a cooler ready to go. Lots of water, and then the car seat. So that was kind of in our to-go care bag of things that we needed for Isaac. Then for Isla, we gave birth at home. So many of that stuff went out the window because I can go into my bathroom and wash my face and brush my teeth. And I have access to my dresser for clothing. And we have access to diapers and Isla's clothing. So we didn't really need to pack anything. Now you could pack a bag that had a couple things if there were any signs that maybe a transfer was going to be needed. But usually you're going to have time to do that. And, your husband or your partner or something can go and help collect a couple things. I didn't pack anything for a transfer at the hospital. I was going into it with the mindset that wasn't going to be needed. But had it needed to be needed, my husband could have went and packed a quick bag. So for Isla, really, we just kind of had the diffuser, the essential oils, and the music set up downstairs for the home birth. And I had comfy clothes on that I took off for the birth, and then I put those back on. And then we just had a onesie downstairs because we have a 2-story house. So we did labor and delivery downstairs. So I had like a onesie, and there's extra things that you're going to need if you're having a home birth, which your midwife will give you. Like you need warm towels and washcloths and a sheet cover for the bed and those kind of things. But you'll get like that packing list from your midwife to be prepared for that. So it's kind of a different preparation for a home birth versus we had like a to-go kit for downstairs versus a bag that we were taking to like a hospital or something like that. So, and that's pretty much it. If you're giving birth at a birth center or hospital, I kind of went through some of the things. Just remember though, if you miss something, like it's not going to be the end of the world. Hospitals, birth centers have diapers. They usually have an extra set of onesies. So if you forgot that, so just really make sure it's things that you're going to need that make you feel comfortable and safe and at peace. And that should be the same for where you're giving birth. So I hope that's helpful. It's going to vary from person to person. If you have kids that are coming with you or that are with you, like I know at the birth center, you could bring, had we given birth for our second baby at a birth center, maybe we would have had stuff that we needed for Isaac, and we would have needed food for him and clothes for him. But it's just going to vary depending on your situation. But no, really, at the end of the day, all you need is you. So I hope that's somewhat helpful for those of you that are about to give birth, thinking through some things. Less is more. You really don't need that much. Gosh, we had so many bags in the car for Isaac, and I realized we did need half of what we brought. So, but I'm always in the mindset too that I'd rather be prepared than forget things. So I'd rather just have to go out to the car than have to go all the way back home. So it kind of depends on your personality as well. But I hope that's helpful, and have a fabulous week.